My name is Aisha. And if you've ever been looked down on, humiliated, or made to feel small, don't skip this. This is more than just a story. This is my truth. And maybe it's yours too. I wasn't born extraordinary. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon, genius IQ, or a bunch of people cheering me on. I was an ordinary girl from an ordinary home, with dreams that felt too big for the world I lived in. I loved learning, especially science. Not just memorizing formulas, but understanding how things worked. I was curious, eager, hopeful. But then came 9th grade. That was the year I met her. Let's call her Miss S. She wasn't just a teacher. She was the kind of teacher who could crush your confidence with a single smirk. The kind who had favorites, and made sure everyone knew who belonged at the top and who didn't. According to her, I didn't. From the very beginning, it was clear. No matter how hard I worked, how much effort I put in, I was always not enough. I still remember the day I handed in my essay early. I was proud of it. I had written from the heart. She gave it back to me with red ink across every paragraph, and said, "This reads like a diary, not an academic piece. Grow up, Aisha." The whole class laughed. I didn't. I just sat there and nodded like I deserved it. That's what happens when someone in authority tears you down. You start to believe they're right. But something inside me, something quiet and stubborn, refused to die. Then came the school science fair. I saw it as my big chance to prove myself. I stayed up late for weeks, working on my model. It wasn't fancy, but it was mine. I made a project on renewable energy using waste materials, innovative, eco-friendly, and well thought out. The night before, I barely slept from excitement. But on the presentation day, when it was my turn, she barely looked at it. "Too basic," she said with a sigh. "Others did better." That was it. No feedback. No chance. Just those words that felt like daggers in my chest. I held my tears until I got home, then locked my room. And I cried not because of the marks, but because someone I was supposed to learn from made me feel like I didn't belong. That night, I wrote in my notebook not homework, but a promise. One day she'll remember my name. Not as a joke, not as a failure, but as someone she couldn't break. From that day I changed. No, I didn't suddenly become the school topper. I wasn't magically better at everything, but I stopped waiting for validation. I stopped trying to please people who had already decided I wasn't good enough. I began learning for myself. Late at night, while others were sleeping or scrolling through social media, I was watching YouTube tutorials. I learned video editing, how to script content, how to speak confidently even though I stuttered at first. I started recording videos on my phone. At first, I never posted them. I was too scared. But over time, I built up the courage to start a channel. It was small at first, barely any subscribers, barely any likes. But I kept going. I told stories, raw, real, emotional stories. I talked about failure, about fear, about being overlooked, laughed at, and misunderstood. And slowly, people started listening. Then one day, I uploaded a video titled, "To the Teacher Who Told Me I'd Never Make It." I didn't mention her name. I didn't insult her. I just shared everything I had felt, the humiliation, the silence, the nights of self-doubt. But I also shared how I used that pain to rise, to grow, to build something for myself. That video? It went viral. Thousands of views. Comments from people saying things like, "This is me. You said what I never could. Thank you for speaking my heart." It was overwhelming. For the first time, I didn't feel alone. And I realized there are thousands of Aishas out there. Girls who were told they're not smart enough, not good enough, not enough by people who were supposed to help them grow. A week later, I got a message on Instagram. It was her. Miss S. 3 words, Proud of you. I stared at the screen for a long time. I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or feel angry. But in the end, I felt nothing. Because by then, I didn't need her pride. I didn't need her approval. I had already built something she never saw in me: a voice, a purpose, a platform. And the girl she once looked down on was now the girl people looked up to. I never replied. Some messages don't deserve answers. Some silences say everything. So, if you're still watching, don't skip this. Maybe you have a Miss S in your life. Maybe it's a teacher, a relative, a boss, someone who made you feel small. But here's what I want to say to you. You are not what they said you were. You are not weak. You are not talentless. You are not invisible. You are growing. Even in silence. Even in doubt. Even when no one sees it yet. So subscribe to my channel. Like the video. Not for me, but for you. For the part of you that refuses to give up. For the dreams they laughed at. For the voice they tried to silence. Because trust me, when you finally rise, and you will, it won't be loud. It'll be powerful. And the ones who once doubted you, they'll hear it even in your silence. And the moral of the story: never let someone else's opinion become your identity. The world may not clap for you at the start, but if you believe in yourself, if you refuse to quit, then success will clap for you in the end.